I'm hearing anecdotal information that the job market's really tightening, and that caused yesterday the Democratic Women's Caucus. They asked the Department of Labor to probe why women in the workforce are leaving at a much more rapid rate than men. And so recent job data since January, so January through September, has shown that over 330,000 women have left the workplace just this year. Now, the Congressional Democratic Women's Caucus is attributing the trend or they've raised concerns that women are leaving the workforce because companies have begun ending their remote work policies necessitated by the pandemic, or because of other familial caregiving responsibilities. Those are taking precedence. And over the same period, where over 330,000 women have left the workforce, 103,000 men have entered the workforce. So again, they're asking the Department of Labor to probe this. And you and I were talking pre-program. Your own experience with your family and Nick's own family is exactly what these lawmakers' concerns were directed toward, that women are leaving the workforce because there's familial caregiving responsibilities that are taking precedence over the work.
Yeah, it really comes down to earning potential. It's not a complicated formula, and I've experienced it in our family. My son and his wife had their second baby. She was able to work part-time, wanted to work part-time and get out of the house and contribute financially. But when they had two children, the cost of daycare just became outrageous, and she couldn't earn enough to make it worth her time, and it's the trade-off. And it isn't a situation of sexism in our family. It's that my son has a different skill and a different earning potential, and they agreed who should stay home and take care of the children while the other one is earning, and the outcome is they're living on one income versus two, but the one income value is better than the two income value when they measure the whole of everything, even in the sense of subtracting out the cost of daycare, the little bit that's left over. And this is a big problem. Many of our members are working very diligently to solve this problem. What I'd really be interested in that study, and I did not read it, but I would like to, was there anything about the age of the people who entered the workforce or exited the workforce in that demographic?
Well, it says the data shows that the share of mothers in the workforce between the ages of 25 and 44 with young children has fallen almost 3 percentage points since January. And so that is a huge number. 25 to 44, ages 25 to 44 with young children, 3% of that group is leaving the workforce. That's a significant number of employees when you look nationwide.
And then couple that with, what we see in many of the regions of our membership right here in the Midwest, then you have declining populations, people choosing to have children later in life and have less children. And we have a declining population that creates a different workforce problem, maybe not just today, but, in 16 to 20 years from now, when people would become productive in the workforce. And that creates a compounding problem. And most of the time, much of that is due to the cost to raise children and send them to school and educate them and so on. So it's a big problem.
Facing complex employment law challenges? As an AIM member, you get direct access to Ogletree Deacon's top attorneys for expert guidance and defense. Call AIM at 800-948-5700 or visit aimea.org to engage expert workplace specialists today.